Whether you're a guest in a restaurant, a student at a university, a patient in a hospital, even an inmate in a prison, chances are you're one of the more than 50 million clients a day served by Sodexo, who bill themselves as a world leader in quality of life solutions. They're also a leader in gender diversity, and here with us to tell us more is the CEO of Sodexo, Michel Landel. Thank you very much, Mr. Landel, for being with us. Why is gender diversity important to Sodexo as a company, and what programs do you have in place?
Well, actually, diversity and inclusion is a necessity because we are a people business. We employ 380,000 people in the world in 80 countries, and we serve 50 million people every day. 50 million, that's right. And we have to have a populations of managers and people who really understand the client and the customers that we serve. So for us, matching the people that we serve with people who have the same, ethnicity or gender or background or culture is indispensable. So for us, it's a business case. And we have implemented, of course, policies and processes, but it's a journey, of course. And the first thing that we've done is that we have appointed a Chief Diversity Officer. We have developed training programs, mentoring programs, and now we have many, many initiatives. We have set objectives because we believe that what gets measured gets done. And because if we don't change the status quo and force a little bit the status quo, nothing will change. And again, it's a journey. We're making progress, but we are determined to really change the company, change the organization, and more match the population of our company to mirror the population of the world.
Do you believe in quotas? That kind of has more of a negative connotation than I actually mean. So do you believe in targets in order to achieve this?
Yeah, I believe in objectives and in be very, very determined and pushing, things. Because at the end of the day, when you hire people, for example, you hire people like you. So, you have to admit that it is a man's world. And at the end of the day, if we don't, force ourselves to think differently, change will take a longer time. And I think, diversity in all its dimension is absolutely essential for companies today because it really brings creativity, innovation, and, in this very, very complex world where competition is extremely tense, you need to innovate, you need to change, and you need this, creativity, and it is a way of really to take advantage of that. And the other thing is, in this world, there is more women than men. So, frankly, if you would not promote, women in companies and really work on more representation for women, you would lack a big part of the talents in the world.
How do you plan on growing the company this year? Are you going to be hiring more people or cutting back? What's the future look like?
Well, actually, the economy is very effectively very, very tense. But we have a business where we have a lot of potential, and we have the chance to still growing. So we need to continue to hire and to develop people. So we are more on a hiring mode than on the decreasing of teams. So for us, the world is really the place where we are going to grow the business because we have a global business and our markets are really global. So we are growing in all parts of the world, a lot in emerging countries today, in Asia, China, India, Brazil, but also there are a lot of potential still in America, still in Europe.
You mentioned during the breakfast program today that something like 90% of your employees come from the lower socioeconomic brackets. Many have personal problems. How do you manage people like this? What are the challenges?
Actually, it's more than 90%. It's probably 96% of our people are working in our operations every day. And I think the challenge is clearly keeping our people motivated and engaged. I think it is for every individual, giving a sense of pride, again, a sense of purpose, simple things, okay? What the sense of the importance of their job. So it's a lot of, we are to manage these people, we need skilled managers, strong leaders who understand those issues and who can, really build teams and also explain to the people that we have that what they do is extremely important. Because, every employee in our organization is important. If I serve you a meal in a restaurant and the tray is not clean or is still wet, you are going to complain and say, well, this is not really good. So the person who's taking care of the tray in the back of the house has an extremely important role. So it's really making sure that these people understand what they do is extremely important for the end customer. So it's a lot of training, it's a lot of development for these people. And actually, Sodexo really acts as, I would call, a social elevator. 80% of the promotion from in our company are coming from within. So we have people who have low skills or sometimes no skills. We train them and we propose them a career, and it's an opportunity for them to grow and develop. And at the end of the day, what counts is making that customer happy. So, and for that, you need happy people.
You just came out with some earnings recently. You did well in some places, not so well in others. What's your outlook for the year?
Well, actually, our fiscal 09, in fiscal 09, we had positive growth. Okay, our revenue grew, so we were one of these rare companies having positive growth. And for 010, we think that the environment is very, very challenging in the world, of course, as you can tell. What we expect is to have flat revenues, but we probably will have a difficult start of the year, and we'll expect to resume on positive revenue growth by the end of the year.
Sodexo has a global philanthropic program called Stop Hunger. When did this start, and what is it all about?
Well, actually, this is a program we started in '96 in America, and we called it Stop Hunger because, we came to the obvious assessment that even in America, which is the richest country in the world, you still have 10 million people suffering from, and 10 million kids suffering from malnutrition. So as a very strong company in food service, we thought it was our duty to give back to communities. So we started to build this program. We've built a foundation, and now we have thousands of people in the company engaged in that program, giving their time and doing training, collecting food, doing all sorts of actions to really solve and give our contribution to that enormous problem in the world. So we have extended this to 29 countries today. It's growing. We feel that it's a good cause to fight, and we're very committed to it. And it's a good way to engage people, to give them a sense of pride. People at Sodexo are very proud to do that and to contribute to their communities.
Thank you very much, Michel Landel, for being with us on INSEAD Knowledge.
Thank you.